Alright, this is my roof rack I bought, and I made some other parts too. It was about $179. It's a cheaper one. But sometimes I carry a lot of weight on the roof of the vehicle, but usually I make my own roof rack. But this is a 2025 Subaru Outback. This one already had these two things. And that one over there for the roof rack. And this is what I buy here. But these I put on. This is an inch conduit, an EMT conduit for electrician work. And that next one's a 3/4 one. Because this thing isn't straight across. It goes like this. It does a curve. I was gonna use all 3/4, but since it does a curve, I need a bigger one, which an inch fit in there. So I put an inch on each side, and then a 3/4, 2 3/4 in the middle. And I just drilled through here, and I tie wired it. And I painted all this too. It said this roof rack would rust, and also I caulked it. My car's pretty dirty right now. That caulking's dirty. I caulked all the openings and stuff, because this, like over there, this wasn't one piece. It came in a few pieces and you pushed together. So I caulked all the parts because people said it was rusting. And I went ahead and this is an inch conduit too. I put a piece across the front and across the back. And here I just used regular tie wire, but I should have used, get out of here, fly. I should have used this stuff. I forgot what it's called. It's just at Home Depot. It's a tie wire, but it won't rust. This is just tie wire for like concrete forms or for rebar, and it rusts. This tie wire, but it's skinnier. But this stuff comes skinny too. I forgot what size this is. I got a thicker size though, but I should have bought probably this size for this. And I drilled a hole through here and then tie wired it. And then I didn't drill a hole through this piece and this piece. I just tie wired it. And this, I just saw something. I'm gonna have to. And here, I put on a piece of jean material and taped it. I don't think I didn't glue it. Dang, I should have glued that tape. This is that Gorilla tape though, or this was another kind of tape. These are the Gorilla tape or this other real strong tape. Usually I glue it. I put glue on and tape it. I don't think I did it with this piece. Just to keep it from making noise, because this was rattling a little bit. And so I tied it to here, and I tied it to here. I got to bend this down and bend this down, just making sure it worked. Sometimes I tape these too, so like it won't tear nothing up. I'll just put electrical tape around it. Let's say if I have a plastic bag I tied up here, this stuff will rip into the plastic bag. And then to the crossbars up here. But yeah, I would recommend, kind of already told you though, but I'd recommend getting this tie wire instead of regular tie wire. This stuff was in a different part of Home Depot, but this stuff won't rust, it said. But I think it might cost more. That's way cheaper. But even though that rusts, that tie wire holds real good. And that little rust, I don't think will drip on my car and mess it up like the rust from this would. And this, I put clamps on, if you could see. I was looking for U-bolts, but I couldn't find any U-bolts, I'd have to order them from any store like around here that could really find. I guess if I look more. So I decided to buy either that's an inch or 3/4 inch width, and I think it's an 1/8 thick steel, something like that. So I just bought long pieces of that from Home Depot, or like 2-foot pieces. Painted them. I didn't paint the sides, though, if you can see. I gotta maybe paint those sides so don't rust. And I should have drilled holes through and then painted them. That's why you see little metal shavings on top there, because I painted them and then drilled the holes through. And I just got I think those are 5/16 bolts or whatever is the next size up from a 1/4 inch bolt. I just got 2 nuts that cut enough piece. I put one on top and bottom, and then I put 2 nuts on. What? Oh, I missed. I gotta put 2 nuts on this one. I missed this. Right there, there's 2 nuts on it. You can see. But this one I only put 1 nut. Man, I'm glad I saw that. But still holding pretty tight. So this side I messed up. All the other sides I got 2 nuts on. So I gotta put 2 more nuts on there. One on each side. Like that one you can see has 2 nuts. And 2 nuts. You want to put 2 nuts on. They got lock nuts too, but if you just buy regular nuts and put 2 on, you can put 3 on if you want. They usually won't come loose. Unless it's like real small bolts you're using the nuts. Those come loose. But this is pretty tight too. I might not even need 2 nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 more on that side. So I got 1. I got 2 there, and I got 2 of those back here. But that wasn't enough. That's why I did this too. And maybe I was even going to drill a hole through here and here and bolt that down. But I think this will be good. And I put this across the front too to keep more support on this than just these 2 things. And then back here, I was going to put another inch conduit going through there by side, just to put a piece of wood there, because it fit right in there. And I sprayed this wood for water protection. You can paint on it, you can spray, but I should have painted it blue too, but I didn't. But even the spray paint I had, might have been able to just, I think it was for wood too. I should have just sprayed this wood blue and I didn't have to buy the separate stuff that's just clear for wood. But instead of putting the inch conduit across here, because this was in the way, that's another reason I didn't do that. Whether that's the GPS, this thing was in the way. But also this will work better, it'll hold more weight. So, and then I put 1 here. I'm gonna go ahead and put another one of these here. That one I bent down. But my car's real dirty. And these screens too, people. These screens just go right over your windows so you can roll them down and bugs won't get in. And also, if you're sleeping your ride, it makes it darker so people can't see in. But those are awesome too. But my car's pretty dirty. But now I built my own roof rack thing on top before. I just drilled through the frame and I put eye bolts up and I put 1 inch conduits across, and that held a lot of weight from I don't know how much it was a Dodge Neon, a smaller car. I remember my friend said, he's all, yeah, that plate's sturdier too, and it was. Man, I put a lot of weight up there, probably more weight than I should. But these say only put like 150 pounds. I think a sticker says up there, but another place My book says 220 pounds. I guess it depends what roof rack you've got. And plus, this car's a little higher up, but you can, you don't want to push it too much. I don't think I'm going to put a lot of weight up there unless I have to this time. I'll put maybe bigger, like put crates of stuff up there with lighter weight. But I would have, but since this came with that one part of the roof rack, and I just had to buy the other part and then make it more sturdier with the extra conduit and wood. The conduit comes in a 1/2 inch to 3/4 to inch to inch quarter. You can buy 10-foot sticks at a Home Depot. I don't know if you can buy smaller pieces, but I was gonna use the 1/2 inch, but that stuff is easy to bend. So I went and did the 3/4, and I did the 1 inch too. And the rack was heavier, made it heavier too, to have 4 extra 1 inch pieces of conduit, about 4 feet, a little over 4 feet long, and then 2 3/4 ones. That made it heavy, but it's gonna be really sturdy. But I'm more confident in if I had to put heavier stuff up there. But yeah, if any of you are interested in doing that, and then that's all. You could just make your own U-bolts. I never made my own U-bolts before. Just get some steel, cut the steel. I used a bandsaw. You can use a grinder or whatever, because I'm an electrician. And then get yourself some paint so it won't rust, and then get yourself some bolts. But I don't know if those are like 3.5 inches or whatever, and get some nuts, and then make any size U-bolt you want. I was gonna make, instead of doing 4 small steel pieces, U-bolt things, I was gonna make 2 long ones going all the way across. But that was gonna cost a lot more money, man. Those 2-foot 1-inch by 8 steel, or 3/4 inch, I think it was 1 inch, cost like, I don't know, 15 or 20 bucks each. I only needed like 2 of those for this. I don't remember, maybe 2. I didn't use that. I still have a piece left. If I did it the other way, I would have used like 4 pieces. That's a lot more money. That's another way you can do your roof rack, people. That roof rack cost me about $179 off Amazon. There's a few different ones. And then all the stuff I had to buy to reinforce some stuff, the conduit, the 2x4 piece of wood I already had, and then the bolts and nuts, and then the steel. I don't know, it cost about, and then the paint, it cost about, I don't know, like $100 to $200. But instead of buying one, the roof rack was like, dang man, these bugs bit me, man. I'm itching. If the roof, a good roof rack costs like, I don't know, I think $500 to $900 or more. And I built a cheap one and reinforced it, so it cost me about $300 to $400. Maybe like $350 or something to do it this way. But that's another way you can do your roof rack, people. Get a real good sturdy one.